Well, thank you very much for joining us here, wherever you're watching around the world. This is Rod's Sunday Fun Day here at the ASRL Open, thanks to Team Navy, and we're down here at Elouera Beach, and you've joined us at a perfect time. We're about to get racing into the one area. And Rod, good morning to you. Just explain quickly what's happened this morning.
Oh, Aaron, it's been a cracker, mate, and the waves are up. It is sensational. Conditions absolutely perfect here at Elouera for the ASRL Team Navy finals, mate.
That's exactly right. So we've had 10 races this morning in the north and the south, and what's going to happen now is we've merged into the one area. So it was absolute carnage this morning, but at the same time, as we always say, the water safety and the IB guys and the jet skis, they're all right over it.
Absolutely marvellous job these guys are doing. They're right there as soon as anything happens, and we're very fortunate that we've had a safety-free event so far.
Here for the final day of the ASRL Open, so we've had a few elimination races today. If you do want the results, the best way on 12-0, and I don't think that really justifies how exciting the racing was. There was definitely a couple of races with everyone on the same wave, but the Aussies, for that last 10%, I guess, of the race, just owned it.
Yeah, pretty happy about the result for the Aussies, but we're over to New Zealand next year, and I'm sure they'll come back over there on their home territory. But 12-0. The Kiwis are still racing today in the Open Men, Open Women and the Under-23 divisions, so we're going to see plenty of them, and they've got a bit of a chance to redeem themselves today, Aaron. I'm sure they'll be in the finals.
Absolutely. The order of events for today, we're starting with the Under-19 female quarterfinals and the Under-19 males, Under-23 female, Under-23 male, reserve female, reserve male, open female, open male. So that traditional order of events that we do normally have. And then we'll move into the finals. So we've got quarterfinals to start with, where most likely most races will have 6 crews in it, 4 will go through. And then for the semi-finals, there'll be 4 in it. 4 in it, 3 through.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron, and these are under-19 females, relatively a new division in surf boat racing, and has it taken off, mate? Unbelievable, the young girls, and just to see them doing the stuff out here at their young age is fantastic.
Absolutely, I've got an under-19 girls crew at home, and I think my pride and joy. I love, training with them, and it's all about the journey. The racing's kind of secondary at times, and we all have a bit of fun, the junior crews, don't they?
Yeah, and I think to get the young girls into racing too really is a great thing for the sport, and it's really taken off. I'm from Victoria, and the young Victorian girls, we've got 7 crews down there, and they're really enjoying the sport of surf boat racing.
We're going to introduce the first quarterfinal. They're just starting to make their way into the water now, so we're going to go to live racing here for you. It's the first race of the live stream. Quarterfinal number 1, Rod Costa. Who do we have for the under-19 female?
In alley number 1, Aaron, we've got Mullaloo Neptune's Daughters. In alley 2, Avoca Beach Vagabonds. In 3, Noosa Head's Drongos. In 4, North Cronulla's Boft Girls. In 5, McMaster's Beach. And in 6, Coolum Beach Jethead.
Yes, Coolum Beach up there from Queensland. They love their Instagram, all the Coolum crews. They get around it and have a bit of fun. It's great to see that they're interacting with their followers. Mullaloo, see how the WA crew go there in alley number 1. So a few states represented here. Yeah,
just looking at that, that's fantastic. Really, we've got Queensland represented by Coolum and Coolum and Noosa Heads. New South Wales, North Cronulla and McMaster's and Avoca Beach, and as you say, all the way over from Western Australia, the Mullaloo crew. So.
Yeah, we're about to get racing, so we're going to get right into it here. We're going to get the action on you on the live stream. The flag is up, so we're not too far away. We're just getting these cameras sorted out, ready to go for the racing here.
Start to get them away, Aaron.
We'll let you take it on while I get this sorted. Junior club in Australia, North Cronulla.
Right hand side. They'll go through their gate, and they've probably got about another 200 metres to road before they turn around their dedicated can. They're allocated a can that's coloured, red and yellow on the left, and working its way across green and white, black and then red. And they'll head back for shore, and then the excitement really begins when they get into this wave area here at Elouera Beach.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us here as they make the turn. Just to mention though, if you're trying to keep track of results, get the ASRL app. It's the best way to do it throughout the day. You can click on your category, it has the point scores and the results as they're really going into the finishing line. Now, we're making the turn here. We're just getting our drone up into the sky shortly for you to watch, and our beach cameras on the water's edge waiting for these boats to come closer, so we'll get some
to them, and that's North Cronulla Boff girls. They're the locals here. North Cronulla, all-powerful club, and whoa, look at the Noosa girls, cracked that one as well. So we're going to have 3 on the one wave here. Absolutely fantastic start for the young under-19 girls, and look at these girls, the way they're chewing up this sport of surf boat racing. Now we've got one here a little bit short of Voca Beach. Let's hope the girls can handle it. The sweep calls them aft and around they go. Oh my gosh, they've just popped off the back, so all safe there. The girls will have to go back into their seat and get ready to row again, because they'll be pretty keen to catch this next wave, because we're taking 4 through, and I think 3 are already in, Aaron. Not Aaron. How are you, Dave?
Nick.
Saddling up again for 44 races straight. So Nick and Rod here, as we just finish off this first race, the Mullaloo Neptune's daughters just finishing off. So a great effort it was by the girls from the Voca Beach. They caught a big wave out the back and flew off the back of it, as you've seen, and were able to turn around and nurse their boat into shore.
Yeah, it was good boatmanship there from the girls there. So we're going into Heat 2 now. We've got the Avalon Beach Chanels, the Queenscliff Red Rockets, Alexandra Headland Bud Durham, Noosa Headland Heads Turkeys, Southport Scallywags, and the Dicky Beach Tushies.
Yeah, it's marvellous these names these young girls come up with. The Butterhams, I don't know what that one's about, but the Noosa Heads Turkeys. And once again, this one's from pretty much all over the place. We've got Southport from South Australia, which is great. Dicky Beach and Queenscliff and Avalon from New South Wales, and all the way from Queensland, Alexandra Headland and Noosa Heads.
Yeah, it's a great mix from all over this, from all the states there, which is really great to see in this young under-19 division.
Yeah, the division's not only kicking off here in New South Wales, but all over Australia, as Nick's just suggested.
Bye.
Now, Aaron's back, so we're squeezing in, plenty of room.
Yeah, just a bit of info here while they start. Dicky Beach are the state team representatives from Queensland, and they won yesterday. Southport Scallywags are also the state team representatives for them as well, and I think Queenscliff were too, so pretty strong racing here as we get started, boys.
Well, Starter's got them away, and Dicky Beach copying a couple on the nose, but they've got their act together now, and all nice and clean. I'm looking to
watch the screen.
The 5 crews are out. 6 crews. One on the far left-hand side, Avalon Beach Chanels. So heat number 2, they're going to win the race. All going well. So just a little one, Nick, and it's a beauty for them.
There's a wave, and down at the bottom of screen there, you can see the Avalon Beach Chanels have come right back into this race as well. You've got
at the back for Alexandra Headland. So
Alex,
goodness.
Queenscliff, and the Southport Scallywags all on the second wave, so right behind them. So 4th place here, taking 4 through.
Yes,
4th place is right in contention there.
Well, we've got the Navy screen technology, and we will be looking at the finish line technology here, because those 3 on the back wave, only one can make it, and unfortunately for the other 2, they'll have to pack up. So what a great start for the program here, Nick.
Yeah, that was a great race, some really good waves there, and I think the Avalon Beach girls did really well, and Ali won there. They've come from quite a distance behind there, and they've cracked one with a sweet Rick Miller there, really working the girls hard.
He'd been around for a while, Rick Miller, hadn't he? And doing it really well indeed, back at his original club, Avalon Beach. And, the greatest thing about that is we've had 12 under 19.
Yeah, so
good crews, pretty much apart from Kurrawa. All New South Wales crews, these are lining up for the start. So the starter won't go while the waves are on. He'll wait until there's a little bit of a break. The Czech starter, of course, has his flag up. He's located in the shallows there, and he lines the boats up. And when he's happy with the line, he'll pop his flag in the air that lets the starter know that it's up to the starter. But the starter won't let him go until there's a nice clear passage and it's good and fair.
Yeah, we're on the back of the McMaster's boat here. There's a couple of lines rolling through there. So he'll just wait probably a little bit longer here until we get the start away. Just try and make sure that it's a nice clean break for everyone. probably there's one more wave out the back there, and then once that one's rolled through, he'll probably try and get us underway here.
Now we've got some good technology for the start. We have a flashing light, and when the flashing light goes, the crews know that they're in the starter's hands, and off goes the hooter. So they're away, Nick.
That's a great start there from the North Cronulla boys. You've seen jump starting there. They've really worked well. Straight off the beach there, really pushed away hard. They're going to go straight into this one here.
Oh, goodness, they copped a lot of water there, Nick, didn't they, mate?
Sure did. They got a full boat full. The pump's working over, trying to get that oar back around there.
Now you can see the sweep reaching over there to turn the pump on, and pretty keen to get this water out of the boat because they've really dropped their boat speed, North Cronulla. They've got a bit of work to do, Nick.
Yeah, we've sort of talked about them, and they've gone straight into it there. So they're 5 or 6 boat lengths behind the rest of the field now as they go out to sea. Probably leading just ahead is the McMaster's crew in Alley 3, probably just ahead of the field. But it's a nice tight race. Really not a lot in it for the other 5 crews. We're just in North Cronulla on the far left of screen, just 4 or 5 boat lengths behind after copping that one at the start there.
Yeah, they've got a bit of work to do, North Cronulla on the far left-hand side, but they're up and rowing now, and they look pretty good on the water. So don't be surprised if they're in there, because we're taking 4 through out of the 6, and all sorts of things happen on the way home.
Yeah, that Kempsey crew on screen there, you can see them really just sitting back, dropping the rate down, really sitting into that boat nicely. Bows pushing down. They're rowing nicely there. Yeah,
look at the puddles when the oars catch in the water. Now there's a good shot, a fantastic shot from the overhead from the drone, and the pink boats there of the Queenscliff Stakes on the left. Now round they go, round the buoy can, and once again that's the Kempsey Crescent Head crew, the Muppets, and gee, they spun that around pretty quick, Nick.
Yeah, that was a nice tight turn, only a couple of strokes there, and they've really just powered away out of there. You can see in that footage there, they've gained a boat length on the rest of the course there. They're beautiful shot from all those other boats, so just in a line there nicely. You'd have to put the Cronulla Spinney probably as second and the Curra as third there, but they're coming into the wave zone here. The Kempsey Crescent Head guys are just coming through the gate cans there. They're just starting to put the power on here. There's a bit of a wave building behind them.
Yeah, really a fantastic shot there, isn't it? You can see the wave building, the sweep looking around, just getting his oar. Now, what about that shot? A great shot of the Cronulla clubhouse and the town down there. Expecting 2,000 nippers on this beach this morning. Between the side, the Coffs Harbour crew want to watch this. They might get cleaned up here. This is, they bounced over the top of it. But really, they've lost a lot of distance there. And another one coming on them. You can see them on the screen now. They'll have to work pretty hard. And they're up and over that one. Goodness me.
Just really got it. The boys are really doing well there. You can see the stroke and the second stroke really digging in. Really digging in there. And now they're getting back out. Pumps are working overtime there, pushing out to sea. So as we go out to the back there, you can see on that wide shot, you can just see in the distance there, I think it's the South Curl Slickers in Alley 4 are probably just ahead of the field.
That shot there still on the crew from Coffs Harbour, so working their way. They've got themselves organised now, but gee, they've got a lot of work to do to get back in. They do win the race.
South Curl there with the win, and then followed by the Avoca crew. They've got a bit of a wave building behind them on the edge here, and they've gone a bit sideways, but they'll get across to the line nicely in 2. And then I think we'll go up to the Kempsey crew for 3rd spot. You can just see in the back of the screen there, coming into the screen there. Coffs Harbour out the back.
Oh, goodness me. They're back shooting around. They've done a 360. Oh, my goodness. And then a roll over to finish it off, Nick. Oh, my goodness me.
That is unfortunate work there for the boys from the Coffs Harbour, but you can see coming just in off to the left-hand side of here, you'll see the jet skis straight into it. There's no messing around for them. They're counting heads straight away. All the heads have popped up, I think.
Yeah, terrific work once again by the jet skis to be there. But Coffs Harbour not all going their way in this race. They struggled at the start. They got hit again. Got their act together and then to cop that on the way home. But absolutely spectacular, that one. They virtually spun that boat around on a 360.
Are you enjoying your time at Elouera?
Down, and they're marrying up both sections.
And from here on in, we've got elimination finals. So we'll be keeping you up to speed with what's going on the beach. What are we moving into now, Nick?
Mate, we're moving into the under 23 female. We've got a 7-boat race, 4 going through. We're adding the 2 international crews into the top 12 that we've brought from both areas. So we've got 14 crews left and they're going down to 8 here. So in Alley 1 we've got the international crew from New Zealand, the Elouera Diamonds. In 2 we've got North Cronulla Women. In 3 we've got North Cronulla Juggernauts. In 4 we've got South Curly Girlies. In 5 we've got the Newport Whip Rays. In 6 we've got the North Cottesloe Resolute. And in 7 we've got the Currumbin Delicates.
Fantastic. She's great representation there. You've got obviously the New Zealand team, the Aussie team. Quite a representation from New South Wales and also Northcote. They're in and away, the girls, the under-23s. Geez, North Cronulla there have got a good run out, as have the Newport Whip Rays out in Alley 5. And North Cottesloe really pushing out too. One building out the back.
Newport
I think they're all going to slip over that.
Yeah, just over that one.
Just over, a little bit more favourable on, you can see. And the Currumbin Delicates in Alley 7 as well. So it looks like the surf's just settled down, a little bit of a green bubble appearing there, but they're all out safe. Now, in my experience, I reckon, Nick, when you get out safe, you've got to worry about the way back in.
Yeah, certainly, mate. You know that if you don't get something on the way out, you know that you're probably going to get something on the way in.
There's something building, that's exactly right.
Generally hoping for a little bit of a wave, mate, because by then, the girls have had a lot of races now over the weekend, so the girls are really hoping for a wave in, I think, to try and
Absolutely.
get a bit of a relax, bit of a rest.
That's the North Cronulla crew. I believe that's the North Cronulla women on screen there. Possibly, no, sorry, that's the Juggernauts. So they've come out there through the gate cans. They're travelling out nicely now to the boy turn.
That's a New South Wales state crew there. They're really dominating the 23 women division this year. They've had a couple of good wins this year.
Now the Elouera Diamonds there, bottom right of screen, that's the New Zealand crew. They're rowing an Elouera boat. Very nice, the Elouera Club, to lend some of their equipment to the travelling team. Okay, they come around the turn here. That's the North Cronulla Juggernauts once again. They're a shade ahead, but geez, it's pretty close at the turn.
That's a tight race. That certainly is. That's a really tight race. 5 boats turning together.
The Elouera Diamonds getting around there, a little bit slow on the turn, but there's a little bit of a bubble just coming behind them. You can probably see that on the vision, and hopefully they can make the most of that. Newport Whip Rays there look like they've just got their nose ahead. It's really going to be a sprint to the finish here.
Yeah, a little bit of a wave building for the couple of the crews. Just a little bit of a bubble. The crews are really working down it, nicely pushing that bow down, lifting the rate up there. Just trying to
now you can see as a little wave comes behind them, they'll get a little bit of momentum. What naturally happens is the stroke rate goes up and they really want to match the speed of the water and to make the most of that run. And if they can manage to pull down the face of the wave if it forms in time for them, which the North Cronulla Juggernauts might do here. They're working hard, the girls. You can see the boat. It's cresting on that wave. And they're just going to fall off the back of it and come back to the rest of the pack. This is going to be an interesting finish here. You can see we've got 3 boats creeping up on the... They'll get through. Okay, look how I called that was North Cronulla Juggernauts. And then we also had the Newport Whip Rays, Currumbin Delicates. I'm not sure what the exact order was there. And I think North Cottesloe got through as well. We'll get those results to you. I'm being joined here by Eddie in the commentary box. How are you going?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, it was pretty hectic down on the beach. There's a lot of boats, so you're just manoeuvring around, but a good vibe, and everyone's just focused and ready for today.
The tide's quite high now, so there's not as much room on the beach, so obviously everyone's got to be pretty switched on down there. How's the surf conditions this morning, Eddie?
Huge.
One word sums it up. Fantastic. Action aplenty here as we move through the quarterfinals. That was, of course, quarterfinal, Heat 1 in the quarterfinal of the under-23 women. We've got Heat 2 coming up. In Alley 1, we've got Tallabudgera Strokes. Oh, Tallabudgera 2 Strokes, my bad. North Cronulla Glory, Bilgola Rippers. Then we go on to the Avoca Beach Jotos, Glenelg Sirens, Coogee B and Avalon Beach. On screen there, that's Bilgola. That's the Bilgola Rippers. Is that Don McManus in the sweep? I don't think it is. And we cross over to the beach. We've got Aaron down there. Take it away, Aaron.
Very much. We're just down here on the. What was that? But no, so you see Northcott with Hegarty there sweeping and the Currumbin crew just had a bit of a collision. Everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, probably except for the sweeps. But an exciting time here. We're now moving into the next race, which is the under 23 females here. And you can see Avoca, Glenelg, Coogee and a couple more crews here on the line. We'll throw it back to you at the top.
Thanks, Az. All right, you're looking at the beach here in the Southern Arena. Now we can flick back to that one if we could. Don't want to look at us in the commentary box. Okay, so you can see it's actually quite flat out there. The wind hasn't come up like it did yesterday. We're expecting that to come into play a little bit later. It's flat out there now, but there are sets of decent-sized swell rolling through. All right, they're underway here in the Heat 2 of the quarterfinal under 23 women. Oh, a little bit of a rough start there for the Tully 2 strokes. They're in alley 1, and there is a little wave building. Oh, Tullabudra have copped that on the nose, as of North Cronulla Glory on the left-hand side of screen. They've both been backshot considerably, as has some of the crews over on the right-hand side. On screen there now, you've got Coogee there in alley 6. It's a 7-boat race, this one. And at the moment, she's working overtime to lighten that boat so they can get moving. A little bit more, you can see a big wave building out the back there. Tullabudra over on the left-hand side of screen got hit by another wave. Oh, they have copped it thick and thin. My bad, that was North Cronulla Glory. I'm sorry about that, folks at home. Getting a bit of footage on the beach of the people. Okay.
Okay, here we go. I think North Cronulla are doing pretty well. Here comes Tally 2-stroke, catching up on the rear. Now, they're a really powerful crew. They have, set in their stride, got a good rhythm going, but hopefully they can make it up for this final race. And Begol is doing well. Girls look like they're struggling a little bit under fatigue, but hopefully they can pull it through.
Now it's 4 through here to the semi-final. This is a 7-boat race, but 4 go through.
That's a pretty tough cut, isn't it? 3 out, that's difficult.
It sure is. Now Bilgola have turned first. Avoca Beach are coming into the cans. They're turning now. And then 3rd place, you'd have to say, that's Glenelg Sirens, the girls from SA. Well done to them. On screen there, you've got Bilgola. A little bit of a bubble forming under them. They're working hard, but that's passed them by now.
It just seems like everyone's getting copped on the way up, but there's not much happening on the way in until they get into that wave zone.
Yeah, different conditions to yesterday. Crews are having to riding's gone up.
Really?
As are the Tullibudra 2 strokes. Glenelg have gone sideways. Tally have just gone sideways as well, but I think that was after the line. I think, folks, we're going to find that through we can put definite mark on Bilgola, Avoca Beach, Tullibudra 2 strokes, and Glenelg Sirens. North Cronulla still coming in, and Coogee on this wave here, as you can see on screen. So unfortunately, they're going to be cut. Hey, can we move this? There's a table right behind it. Blocking off half our view.
Yeah, table right
All right, we are down here on the water's edge. What a remarkable set of racing we've seen here this morning. We just had the under 23 females, and we're also live streaming here at the moment on this switchover. And behind us, you can see the Glenelg boat, the Glenelg Sirens. And you can see the best thing about it, the South Australians all working together as they move that boat. It's not just from Glenelg, they're all getting around, and it's a great thing about. Hello, hello.
Hello, mother!
That's the Glenelg Sirens there, the under 23 state team representatives for South Australia. As you just look down the boat here, and that's a whistle we don't want in the microphone, but that's not my fault. South Australia still got 4 or 5 crews in the top 8 in a number of categories, so it's exciting for them, and it's great to see not just states from Australia represented here today, but it's also New Zealanders that have joined us. Wherever you're watching around the world, we're going back to you at the top. This is the 2018 Team Navy ASRL Open.
All right, we're back. Thanks, Az, down on the beach there, catching up with some of the athletes. All right, the under-23 males, first quarter final. They're out on the water here, poised, ready to go. Who have we got, Edwina?
We have North Cottesloe Roberts in Alley 1. In Alley 2, we have South Kelco Lamp. In Alley 3, we have the Somerton BSB. And Alley 4, we have Bulleye Spice. Alley 5, Avoca Beach Dogs. And Alley 6, North Cronulla Concept 2s.
Okay, recapping there, North Cott, South Kelco, Somerton, Bulleye, Avoca Beach and North Cronulla Concept 2s in Alley 6. 4 through, 6 boat race.
Who do you think is going to be your pick on this one?
Oh. Avoca or North Cronulla?
Right, yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
Well, North Cronulla would make sense as it's not far off for them.
Locals?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Geez, good shot of the beach there, isn't it? Don't want to get blocked.
Just like until we can rejig it.
Great shot of the beach there. You can see a lot of surf boats.
And with absolutely fantastic. With that drone footage, it just makes the whole perspective, it just improves it out of sight.
Oh, it really brings the action to the viewers at home. There's no doubt about that.
And it makes our job a lot easier as well.
That's right. All right. The flag's up there. There you go. You can hear the siren. And they're in and away. Oh, as always, a little short break. Avoca Beach have got a good run out there. They've got out clean. One building out the back, though. Oh, they're going to cop this on the nose, I think. South Curl, North Cott up. Oh, Bulleye, a bit of vertical action as well, but they're all out clean. Avoca still a boat length or 2 ahead. North Cronulla just behind them on the right-hand side, or top of screen there. But down to the bottom of screen, that looks like the North Cottesloe Roberts, and they've done well. They've snuck out a little bit flatter on the in the early alleys here. Over on the right-hand side, they've got a little bit more to deal with. That's where you can see the swell coming from north.
And Avoca's really pulling through here too, but Northcott's quite, catching up, not too far off.
Oh, I think Northcott are just a tad in front there. As we look at the drone footage, you can see you can almost throw a blanket across the field. Avoca there, nice long strokes, getting in good purchase. You'd say this is relatively clean water for a certain Edson there, just dropping back a little bit. Geez, this is beautiful water out there. Good conditions for surf boat rowing. Coming into the turn here, Avoca Beach.
How many have we got?
You can see the stroke side dig in, the bow side continue to row, pull that boat around, and they're off and away. Very heavy out of the turn. The guys are going to be big on the legs there as they settle back into their rhythm. Now hopefully they'll be looking for a little bit of a bubble to try and help them out. But they've got themselves in a good position here, Avoca Beach. North Cottesloe fighting, challenging the bottom of screen there. Okay, that's Avoca. You can see a little bit of water movement. A little bit of a bubble coming underneath them. They're going to want to milk that. Northcott, bottom of screen. They've just dropped off the back of a wave there. The bow's up. That's become heavy again.
But they've really milked that last little runner, and they've caught up quite considerably.
Okay, Avoca, Northcott, Bulleye, North Cronulla, all the top 4 at the moment. Then you probably go to, that'd be South Curl and Somerton in the rear. Avoca on screen though, coming into the wave zone. Not too much building behind them. They might get a little run here and be able to pull down that. And they're working it hard. You can see a little bubble in front of them. They're going to drop off the back of that. That's going to bring them back to the pack. Bulleye coming through here, working that runner really well. You can see them shooting down there in front. That's the maroon boat. There it is there. They're going to get down that. Oh, I think they're going to Oh, there we go. They're pulled down and they're going to join Avoca Beach on the same wave. And they're going to go in 1-2, Avoca first, Bulleye. It's a sprint race for third. I think Northcott's going to get it out in Elouera. Well done to the boys.
Yeah, that was fantastic racing, wasn't it? You just have to row all the way in.
Yeah,
catch that final
they
wave.
didn't get a free ride at all. Challenging conditions. As a rower, you really like to see a bit of a bubble coming behind the boat. It means it's going to become lighter for you. You can use the momentum of the wave, and often you can drop down the face of the wave and get a free ride home. That wasn't the case there for a lot of the crews. They had to row it in. They would have dropped a lot of energy there. They've got a semi-final coming up and hopefully a final as well.
Yeah, and you have to just focus and conserve your energy for those things, 'cause otherwise if you just blow out in the first race, it just wrecks your chances.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, we're going to move into quarterfinal 2 now, the under-23 male. You can see the South Curly boys lifting their boat off the beach. Now, a little bit about the athletes here. And I call them athletes, not competitors, because they are athletes. We have elite divisions in this sport, and we have more social divisions as well. Certainly the elite divisions, they're up there with some of the finest athletes in Australia. Got a long history, surf boats, of pulling athletes from other codes. We've had NRL players, we've had AFL players, rugby union, we've had some wallabies. Of course, a lot of Olympians come over and row surf boats.
I think people really underestimate that side too.
Oh, absolutely. Look, the discipline they bring, the technical aspect. Well, there's no doubt about professional athletes. They have to train hard.
And they surely do. I mean, sometimes they're training up to 9 times a week doing boat
Oh,
sessions,
even more.
gym.
When I was rowing A's, we do 10 to 12 sessions a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a full-time gig.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big commitment. But I mean, the purpose of this is to show the elite aspect of the sport and how much they actually put in. You're not watching a bunch of part-timers here. You're watching some genuine athletes, both boys and girls. I think we've actually got an Olympian rowing for, or an ex-Olympian for the North Bondi men's crew.
Really?
Yes, yep. I can't remember his name. I've certainly got a girl who's come over from kayaking. She was in the Australian team. And we've also got quite a few girls and lads as well who've represented Australia World Championships in rowing, flat water rowing. No doubt what they bring in terms of technique and the technical aspect is helping their crews.
Just bringing in those technical aspects into the sport. People don't really understand that how much the technical side of things are in surf rowing. They just think it's all brute strength and that's it, but if you don't have that technique...
As you said, the technical aspect of rowing. Now we've got the boys pushing out there onto the beach. This is Heat 2, the quarter-final, the under-23 male. Of course, we've combined the North and South Arena now, and we're into elimination finals. In the last race, we had Avoca, Bulleye, Northcott and South Curl go through. North Cronulla, Concept 2 and the Somerton crew were cut there. Once again, six boat race here, 4 through. We've got the Bulleye Lambs, Caves Beach Trays, North Cronulla Funky Colts, North Cronulla Purds Colts, Palm Beach Peppers and the Palm Beach Paperclips.
The paperclips.
Well, they love their alliteration up there in Palm Beach, don't they? It's quite a mouthful. Yeah. Being held on the line here, the flag's up. We're looking at the North Cronulla Funky Colts there on the left and the North Cronulla Purds Colts on the right. That's alleys 3 and 4. Geez, the surf is really starting to pick up there. You can see the white water coming through, moving the boats around.
It's really powerful. It's just pushing the boats around and you have to just concentrate and keep it level.
You can actually drop a lot of energy just trying to hold that boat straight.
Absolutely. Up to the bow people to just keep it consistent, keep it straight facing out.
That was the Cave Beach Trays there. We're back onto the North Cronulla Funkies. Of course, the North Cronulla Funkies Colts. Because in the seniors, there's the North Cronulla Funkies as well. Same with the Perds. They do a junior and a senior version up at the Surfboat Factory up at North Cronulla.
That's pretty cute, isn't it?
That is, I like that. Mini-me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Bulleye crew there, the Bulleye Lambs in Alley 1. And they're in. Siren sounds. Okay, they're away. That's the North Cronulla Perds on screen. Back to Bulleye. Making a fist of it here, well done. A little bit of white water, they'll pop over that. Oh, North Cronulla Perds have absolutely copped on the nose, as has Palm Beach Peppers. A little bit of a wave building out the back. Looks like Palm Beach Paperclips in Alley 6 have got away nicely. They've snuck out over the shoulder of that wave. But there's one building out the back.
I think it's going to get all of them in this one.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
And they're up. Oh! They're all through, safe and sound. Oh no, hold on. Caves Beach Trays. They've lost their sweep and their bowman. They've had to jump back in. You can see them there, not going anywhere. That's on the right-hand side of screen. Meanwhile, Bulleye Lambs have snuck out nicely. They popped over that. They got a bit of a green run. And the Palm Beach Paperclips have really come back to the field. At the moment, we've got Bulleye Lambs and North Cronulla Funky Colts out in front. The others chasing them down. Beautiful shot from the drone. As we push halfway the way out. But just North Cronulla look to be just a wave ahead at the moment. There's something building just behind them. They might be able to run down that. Palm Beach over on the right-hand side, the Paperclips. It looks like they've got a bit of energy behind them as well. If they can get down that run, they're going to be home and hosed.
Oh, great effort. They were just milking that the whole way in, weren't they?
Absolutely, they've done well. They've got a bit of a run there, North Cronulla. You can see in the background, that's the Palm Beach Peppers, and then now the Palm Beach Paperclips coming second and third respectively. The real race here is going to be between the North Cronulla Perds and Bulleye Lambs in Alley 1, and of course the Caves Beach Trays are steaming home on a run. They've overtaken Bulleye. They've got North Cronulla in their scope.
Oh, here we go. A bit of a party wave now. And everyone's coming in together.
Oh, that's a close finish. That's a very close finish. I think it was the North Cronulla Perds who got fourth and through to the semi. We'll get the official result to you, though.
Yeah, that was the tough one to call, wasn't it?
Oh, fantastic racing once again. We're going to cross down now to the beach. We've got Nick down there interviewing some of the North Cronulla guys.
All right, so we're down here with the North Cronulla boys. How's it faring today, mate?
Oh, it was good. That was a good race. It's a nice long break, so you got to work it like almost out of the gate, which is tough, but that's just what you got to do.
What's the comparison to rowing for North Cronulla today, Australia yesterday? How's the transition back to just rowing for North Cronulla today?
Oh, mate, rowing for North Cronulla is like rowing for Australia. You got to go. That's it.
That's good to hear, boys. How are we going, boys, today? What's the feeling? How are we feeling about today?
Bit less windy than yesterday, so it's a good one, hopefully.
Yeah, nice, boys. We'll let you get your breath back. Enjoy the rest of the day and good luck for the finals, boys. We'll go back up the top. Thanks, boys.
Alrighty, and we're back. That was a great effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, great race. We had just interviewed the North Cronulla boys there. Very strong club, as we've discussed. They've got up to 22 crews, which is huge in terms of surf life-saving clubs around Australia. So they're doing great things at North Cronulla. And it looks like they've just snuck 2 under-23 men crews through to the semi-final as well. So well done to them. Next up, of course, we've got the reserve female, which is one of the newest divisions which has come into surfboat rowing. It gives the girls, or the women rather, an option to row at a slightly more social level than the elite open women's. Now they're often racing. That's the go straight through that, not a problem. And the girls looking good, settling into a nice rhythm.
Well, this one's pretty tough to pick as they come through to the gate can. I think we've got North Cottesloe, Palm Beach and Cronulla Wildcats all quite even.
Now different conditions, as we said from yesterday. A little bit greyer today, not as pretty to look at, but it's a little bit more glassy out there, making it probably a little bit easier, it's fair to say, for the rowers.
Well, that subsided wind yesterday was just a nightmare, I think, for the rowers, so they'll be pretty
really
relieved
heavy
today.
northerly, you're right, yeah, absolutely, making it tough work. North Cottesloe coming into the can there. You see they've come wide.
Yeah, getting caught on the buoy as well. Going to have to take a few more strokes, I think.
Probably a 4 or 5 stroke turn. That's probably not ideal for Northcott. You can see right next to them, Palm Beach Queensland Vixens have got around pretty sharply, and they've pulled back quite a bit of room.
Yeah, they're a great crew. They've been rowing together for a few years now, and rowing rounds. They've had a bit of a jitter this season so far, but have really managed to pull it together for this event.
Lorne coming around the red and white boat. They're, of course, in 6th place. The Coogee in 4th at the moment. So going for that elimination position. Northcott at bottom of screen. It's a drag race now with them and Palm Beach Queensland Vixens. Bit of a runner developing behind them. They might be able to make the most of this and take it in, both of them, all the way to the beach.
Palm Beach, I think, just on it, just ahead.
Palm Beach have done really well there to row themselves down that wave.
Oh, absolutely.
Northcott have dropped off the back of that. That might make things interesting as the rest of the field catches up on the wave behind.
Oh, here we go. They just fell off that one. It's going to be a tight call.
No, I think Northcott are going to be safe. Palm Beach Vixens through. Northcott are going to be through. Who else have we got there? That's Cronulla. Cronulla Wildcats are down that little runner, and they're through. Okay, it's a drag race now. Lorna's come back into it here.
Oh no,
it's
here we go,
party
here we
wave.
go.
Oh no, they've collided, Lorne.
No. Oh,
we've had 2 boats go over. Oh, that's not pretty.
We just had this sweep
don't like to
fall
see that.
into another boat right on the shoreline. Oh, I think all the heads are all bobbing up. You're okay.
Well, North Narrabeen have got through clean in the far lane, but as you could see, Lornatics and the Coogee Mites have come together. You don't like to see that right on the shore. It's quite shallow down there. Oh, I've got to get control of that boat down there. Okay, it would appear that the Lornatics and the Coogee Mites have been knocked out of that race.
You work hard coming home. Have you enjoyed the overall experience of the ASRL this year?
It's been really good competition. I love it! Really good competition, excellent. Lots of good crews.
All right, thanks girls. We'll let you have your break. Good win, good luck in the rest of the finals, girls. And we'll swap back up to the boys in the commentary box.
Continuing on with the reserve female quarter final, we've got Heat 2. 6-boat race, 4 through. Alley 1, Henley Nignat Breros. Alley 2, Maruga Brew Crew. Alley 3, Avalon Beach Bandits. Alley 4, Coolum Beach Chums. Alley 5, Palm Beach, New South Wales Pineapples. That may be swept by Peter Spence, I'm not sure. And then Alley 6, the Uni Lawns. From Lorne down on the the south coast of Victoria, the Great Ocean Road, of course. I'm joined here by Tash, the Secretary of the ASL. How are you going?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you. Ready for an exciting day of finals. A few SA crews left, so it's very exciting.
Yes, of course. Tash is going to give you all the updates from the SA crews. She's bleeds South Australian blood, but we'll try and keep it as fair as we can up here.
Nah.
Okay, Avalon Beach in shot there. That's the Avalon Beach Bandits. And the reserve female poised on the line, the Coolum Chums. On screen now, and they're in. The siren's gone away. Not the best start from Coolum. Avalon look like they've got away pretty sharply.
Oh, they've all got something here that's going to give them a snot on the nose.
Okay, Avalon might cop that. They're going to... Oh, they've absolutely copped that. You can see there on screen they're being shot backwards. And... Oh no, the boat's tipped over. Oh no, that's a dreadful start for the girls. Hopefully they're all right and they can turn that boat over and get back in. That's an absolute dreadful start. You don't like to see that. Now, Coolum have also got themselves in trouble, as have the Uni Lawns out in Alley 6. Now, Henley Knick-Knack Barreros, rather. It's not the first time I've got that wrong this weekend. In Alley 1 have snuck out on the shoulder of a set of waves to lead this race by 2 or 3 lengths, as you can see on screen. How do you see it, Tash?
Oh, I see SA in front.
And that's all she can see.
Oh, it's carnage down here on the beach. They've got broken oars everywhere. I'm not even sure whether
Yeah,
this
you
crew
can see
look
that's
like
a
they can get it
broken oar
together
there,
and get
yeah.
out.
Very
Looks like
tough.
they're going to have a crack.
Now, what happens here, the rowers have to go back up the beach and surf boats that exists.
Have a look at that lead that the Knick-Knack Barreros have got there. They have got out clean and they are approaching that can. You'll see Fitzy the sweep just starting to make that lead into the can now. They're going to start to lift and then sitting back in, well, it's equal.
Out there and away, Maruya and Palm Beach from New South Wales there, the New South Wales Pineapples turning together. Maruya a little bit slow on that turn, Palmia out there away. Now we've got Lorne turning as well as the Coolum Beach Chums. So they're 4 going through here. 5 boats realistically have a shot at this.
Something building here behind this Henley crew. They're going to look for a lift to milk it for everything they can. There's other crews are closing on them now though, so it looks like it's going to be really tight, maybe a 5-boat finish here.
Interesting part of the race, the legs are really starting to burn here, and this is the time when your sweep's really asking for some efforts, and a series of efforts as well. You want to make the most of a little runner that comes through. You want to milk that for all it's worth. You can pull 2 or 3 boat lengths off another crew on that runner. If you... Jeff's wife is not in that crew, she's in another reserve women's crew. We're going to cross down to the beach with Nick, who's got the Henley...
We're down here with the Henley girls. How did it go, mate? Good win there.
Yeah, it was a good win. Girls rode really well. We had to really hard to get behind the break. Once we got behind it, they made about 2.5 boat lengths out to the can. It was really good. They rode very well. Really
Yeah, it was a really tough start there. A couple of boats got smashed straight off the edge there. So you've really done well to get back into the race there. Girls, how did that feel? Heart's burning now?
Hard. Yeah, very hard. Puffing. We gave it everything.
Yeah, you guys did really well.
Tasha's just informed me, actually won the silver in the reserve women last year with Fitzy sweeping, and 2 of the girls had a little bit of crew movement. Is that right, Tash?
Yeah, they actually got the gold.
Oh, gold,
Took
sorry.
out the division there.
Jeez, sold them short there. Sorry, girls. Good to see I'm listening to you.
Right,
Okay, now we're going to move on to the reserve male. Quarterfinals of the reserve male. It's all happening down here at Elouera Beach. The 2008 Team Navy Australia ASRL Open, the Australian Open of Surfboat Rowing. Of course, for all the updates and results, you can jump on the ASRL app, which is updated very promptly. We've got some vision of the check starter down there. Classic look.
It is a classic look. High vis and a whistle.
High vis, a whistle and a straw hat. He just needs the corks.
Yeah.
Dangling on his hat, I think. Okay, that's Kempsey Crescent Head. We're going to...
Yeah, exactly the same. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree on that. It was dead set a disappearing boat.
Yeah.
It was brilliant watching.
All right, so they're all poised here on the start line. There's a lot of water moving around there. It's just making it really tricky to hold that boat nice and still. Trying to keep your body in the right position to get ready for the start. Got to try and keep your oar ready to get on at the catch when you jump in.
You can see here the stroke of the Kempsey Crescent head crew. Oop, that's just gone out of screen. He was sort of gazing up the beach. If you thought he wasn't concentrating, his job is actually to look at the gun. So what will happen? The flag will go up. That means the check starter's happy. All the boats are in a line. Then it goes up to the gunman. Now it's his job to start the race, so he's going to wait until he feels it's a fair moment, until there's no waves that are going to crunch anyone at the start. And so in the boat, the call is flags up, guns up. But someone's got to make that call, and you can see him gazing up there, the gentleman in the centre, and that's his job. Communicate with the blokes in his crew. There's a lot of water movement here, isn't there?
Yeah,
That's some heavy surf.
It's really, really tricky. And that's that large swell that's coming through is from that cyclone that's been hovering around off the coast for a few days now. It's just created a whole heap of water movement. We've got quite a long time period between the waves, but what that means is there's a whole heap of water moving through with it.
And they're off and away. Pretty fair start for everyone. There's something building out the back here. You can see that popping up. Oh, that might cause a little bit of trouble. Bang, one. Oh, a bit of water in that boat. That was Kempsey Crescent Head, I believe.
Local hiatus been hit.
Yeah, out on the right-hand side, they've got a bit better of a run. Palm Beach look like they've got out nicely, as is Mona Vale Black and the Maroochydore Force as well. The three crews on the right-hand side, 1, 2, 3, and Palm Beach Project, Palmy from New South Wales. A couple of swell lines there. This is going to be interesting when they turn the can. Bit of green water, they'll pop over that, Evoca over it, Manly over it. They're all out clean. It's a drag race. And the sweep will be asking for some serious effort from these rowers at this point in time. 4 spots on the line. It's a 7-boat race. We must have had a protest to allow a 7th boat to go through.
The national team.
The national team, of course, they get a bit of a concession because they had to row yesterday against New Zealand. Manly coming back nicely here. Nathan Perry got them working. You can see the stroke rate's gone up a tad. Really clean blade work from the boys. That's Maroochydore Force going into the turn. 1, 2, 3 strokes, and now they're going to be in and away. A little bit of water movement behind them. A little bit of a bubble. They'll want to make the most of that.
So we've got 3 crews all turning in first place there. We've got the N3 lanes, Palm Beach Project, Mona Vale Black and Maroochydore Force all going around together. It's really tight. And then you've got 2 turning together. We've got the Manly people and Kempsey Crescent went round as well.
A couple of onlookers on the beach, just loving it here. So it gets a little bit tense on the beach now as crews jostle for positions in these elimination rounds. Okay, Mona Vale Black there, pulled ahead. They're a length ahead. Oh, and I think there's a bit of a wave building. This could be interesting. We might have a party wave on our hands. That's Evoca Beach hiatus. No, apologies. That's actually Avalon Beach coming down that. He's trailed.
Maroochydore Force are on.
Maroochydore Force are on as well. Mona Vale Black are going to be on, as well as Palm Beach. So we've got 4 boats on the lead wave.
Have a look at
they've held it. Well
Good
done.
sweeping.
Fantastic skills from the sweep. All 4 have held it straight. And that should see those 4 boats go through to the semi-final.
That is spectacular stuff there.
Oh, unbelievable surf boat skill there. You can see all 4 boats, all 4 crews have trailed. Whoop, we've got one going amiss slightly, but they're going to get through.
I think we'll leave that one to the finish line camera. That was so close, too close to call.
That's exactly right, but it doesn't matter. They're through to the semi-final, and that's what counts. Unfortunately, Manly people, the Evoca Beach hiatus, and I think Kempsey Crescent Head have been cut here. Wow, that was a good one.
That was spectacular stuff there.
There's a serious wave building out the back there.
That
Fantastic. I hope you're enjoying this at home as much as we are here at Elouera Beach.
Quick swap over to you.
Yeah, we're going to have a quick swap over here in the commentary box. And I'll join you later for the semi-finals.
Lady power.
Okay, guys, so that was the first heat of the reserve male quarterfinal. We're going to be moving into heat 2 for the second quarterfinal for the reserve male. It's very exciting stuff out there today, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And that last race then was just spectacular. All 4 boats on one wave, holding it straight, really consistent. Nice to see the sweeps doing they're such a great job.
And just look at that drone footage there, just flying over the carnival. You can see that we've all combined in one area now, so it actually looks bigger than it did yesterday because we're all together racing in the same area. Space is tight with that high tide, so as things drop, we'll get a little more room on the beach. But the atmosphere down there is excellent, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
absolutely
so exciting.
Amazing. No, spectacular. Just a matter of ducking and diving and darting around as the boats go in and out. Really.
Okay, so having a look at who we've got on the line here for the heat 2 of the reserve men quarterfinal, we've got the Lawn Wasaviks, the Yamba Kooks, Cronulla Riots in 3, Glenelg Green, my club, in 4, Elouera Wilco's in 5, Palm Beach Queensland Stunts in 6, and Kurrawa Coasters in 7. So good representation there from 4 states, so it should be a really exciting race for everyone on the beach here.
The gun's up, and here they go.
Off and racing here. Looks like they're going to get a reasonably clean start and get some speed before they're going to get hit by this first little bubble. Or lane 1 here, Lorna just copped it.
Oh, getting a bit of a back shoot. They have to straighten up here.
But the rest of the crews are making it out reasonably easy. We've got lane 3, Cronulla Riots are getting out. This is their home turf for them. They're just next door. We've got also Elouera Wilco's, who are also on their home beach, getting out. Glenelg are just going to pop over that bubble, as are the Kurrawa Coasters there on the end. So it looks like everyone's out relatively unscathed. They're going to make their way out to the can.
No, it was a really good effort. I think we've got Cronulla Riots are getting out there with a good start, approaching their gate can with a lot of force, a lot of strength.
That's Cronulla, you can see there on the screen right now. You can see that they've got really good timing here. They're getting their catches on, drawing with that outside arm, nice and straight until the finish there.
They're just making it look easy, aren't they?
They do. So you can see they're feathering their blades. Some crews will go square the whole race, others will feather it off and flatten that blade off on the recovery. Okay, officials working overtime here, you can see on the beach, getting everyone through properly and getting them on the line and ready. Looks like they're as excited as us.
Oh, it's a great spectacle to be a part of, isn't it? And they do such a great job.
Yeah, they've worked tirelessly. They do cover a lot of kilometres over the weekend up and down the beach. On Friday, I was helping out the officials, and I think I racked up 23,000 steps. So I'd imagine they're doing way more than I do. So back to the race here now. You can see Cronulla have just lifted. They're coming into that can turn.
Elouera's doing
one
well
blade
here.
in, 2, 3. They're going to take it on.
There's a bit of a swing there from the second bow.
Okay, so they're out of that can.
It's going to milk. Oh, here we go.
All right, so as they're bringing them home, it looks like the Cronulla team is still holding that first place, but Elouera Wilco's have snuck up on them. Here's the Cronulla crew here. They're really leaning back into that finish there, trying to get the bow down to try and get the run and get those runners there. It's important to try and get that bow down so that you can try and keep the weight in the back of the boat. The minute you start coming forward, you lose that momentum. You can see that swell building behind him. The sweep's having a look behind. He's trying to get himself set. He's going to ask him to lift that rating now. They want to spin the hands around quickly so that they're not going to get caught at the finish.
Yeah, really pushing away from the body there. Otherwise, if you catch a crab, it's really all over at this stage.
And they've just dropped off, as has the Elouera Wilco's. It's brought them up even now, so it's Elouera Wilco's and Cronulla crew neck and neck. I imagine they're fierce competitors. They probably train against each other sometimes. And then coming to the back of the field, we've got Glenelg sitting on a little runner trying to chase. They've just dropped off. We've also got the Yamba Kooks. They've got a little swell building behind them. And Lorne, after getting hit at the start, have come back into it. And it looks like they may even get into 3rd or 4th place here. Elouera Wilco's are on 1. They're down. They're the crew swept by Wilco, who swept the women's crew yesterday. And here's the Elouera girls, Cronulla crew are going to get on the same wave as the Elouera. Lorne and Yamba are on a wave. Oh, Yamba have just had a slew there on the beach. Same as Cronulla. Oh, no.
That was a near tip. Saved it, though.
Okay, it is really tricky here at the beach. There's so much water and so much speed. These boats are coming in, and the water movement is really making it hard for the sweeps to stay straight.
It's just pushing them over, isn't it, at some stages? And just it's a dangerous area to be on that shoreline.
Yeah, it's really, really challenging at the moment. And I think, unfortunately, as that tide starts to drop, that swell's going to pick up even more.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They might get more room on the beach, but it's certainly going to get steeper out the back. And you can see out the back we've got the Kurrawa Coasters just coming in on a beautiful wave. Look at that sweep, great job there. He's getting a bit of assistance from the stroke. There's a lot of power in this wave. It's going to try and push the sweep out of the boat. So the strokes will put their hand up quite often and just try and help lift that blade. They really need to...
They sometimes lean out as well.
It's really important for them to keep pressure on that blade. They need to just keep moving it left, right, up, down to just keep weight on the blade. The minute that sweep stands still and doesn't move that sweep, or it's going to slip through the water and kick them out. I'm going to cross over to Nick here on the beach with the winners of that round.
All right, so we're down here with the Cronulla boys. Great work there. You really had to work hard. Didn't get the assistance on the wave in. How are we feeling after that one, boys?
Oh, not too bad. Hard work run all the way home, but had a good run out, so did the work there.
Yeah, it's a good feeling being down to the top 8 at the ASRL here. What's the plan going into the last 8 here?
To win, I guess.
Well, well, fair enough.
Get out there. Usual game plan. Get in front, increase the lead.
That sounds like a pretty good game plan, boys. Good luck to the rest of the weekend. We'll throw back upstairs. Thanks, boys.
We're back. Okay. So that was the conclusion of the reserve men quarterfinals. So we're moving on to the open female quarterfinals now. This is when it gets really hot. These are the big kids now. Yeah. You'll see the speed of the boat lifts, the skill level will lift. They're going to get through this and hopefully have some really good, hotly contested racing. So for Heat 1 of the Open Female Quarterfinal, we've got the Warriewood Waheens in 1, North Cronulla Bluey in 2, Northcliffe Crankits in 3, Murray Meerkats, which I believe are the New Zealand team.
Yes.
I haven't heard of that crew here in Australia before. And the Tugan Brews Peaches and the Lawn Edge in 6. So a good mixture of crews, and welcome to that New Zealand crew as well, racing over here. I'd imagine they'd be fairly used to these conditions. They do get big surf over in New Zealand.
Yeah, they really can.
Up. Right.
And should be a good race, this one coming up. As the girls are just holding off here for a while as they just readjust a few things, make sure that the cameras are all lined up properly. Because at this stage you don't want to get anything wrong. Yep, the official's just double checking. So who do you think is going to be your pick in this one?
A little bit of a dark horse this weekend has been the Tugan Brews Peaches. They have flown under the radar.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, they're a great crew, great bunch of girls.
Yeah, caught up with a couple of the girls last night, and they're really excited to be still in and progressing through the rounds. A couple of SA girls in that crew as well that have come over, one of my former crewmates that I've rode with.
Oh, right.
So it's fantastic to see the dark horses getting through and sneaking under the radar. The North Cronulla Blueys, they're always hot. Those crews are really good. Lawn Edge also, they're a really strong crew. So hopefully we'll see a good tight race. Everyone will get out clean, and then we'll have some nice surf on the way back in.
Well, here's hoping, but you can't really pick it, can you?
Yeah, so it looks like they're just moving things around on the beach at the moment. They're trying to get people to pull all their craft back as far as possible so that they can make sure that it's safe for those crews returning back to the beach. It's just really tricky with this super high tide that we're experiencing at the moment. So looking forward to the finals this afternoon. It is going to get bigger with that surf. So once we get through these quarterfinals, it's going to be interesting to see how the crews then handle this bigger surf. It really is a sweeps day today.
Oh, absolutely. And that wind is just starting to pick up too. It'll make it certainly a lot more interesting. And
yeah, we've been really fortunate with the conditions this morning. That wind's been fairly minimal. It's been pretty clean and crisp out there. And where these waves are breaking at the moment is quite a deep trough as well. So when the boats are rolling over out the back, it's very deep water. So they're able to duck down and get under the water. Just gets tricky when it's on the shore there.
Oh yeah, we've had a couple of little crews get caught up on the shoreline. Not a place you want to be, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you can see all the spectators there enjoying. So a lot of crews at this point in time have been unfortunately knocked out and haven't been able to progress through to today's racing. They'll still come down and watch out and support their other crews that are in and help move the boats around. The boats are quite heavy.
Oh yeah.
So
it gets fatiguing after a while.
Yeah, you're looking at, without your oars and your Rolex and batteries in the boat, you're looking at around 200 kilos. So then you add your oars in and your batteries and you've got quite a heavy piece of craft to move around. Okay. Just doing a quick mic change over here. Okay, so looks like those boats are now moving towards the water there for this open female quarter-final heat 1. So just going through those crews again, in lane 1 we've got the Warriewood Waheens, 2 North Cronulla Bluey, they've been very strong this weekend, Northcliffe Crankits, the Murruwai Meerkats, Tugun Breeze Peaches and Lawn Edge. Now you might think that you haven't seen some of these crews this weekend, and that's because they've been competing up in the northern area. So the Tugun Breeze Peaches haven't featured yet in any of our live stream footage, so we're expecting some exciting things from them. They're a very seasoned crew, they've got good strong rowers in there, as are the Northcliffe crew. They've been competing up in that north end as well, so it's going to be exciting to see what these crews can do down here combining with these southern area. So we can see the sweep with his hand up in the air there. What he's doing is letting the check starter know that he wasn't ready. So if your boat is unsettled, you've had a wave come through, somebody's lost their oar, they can put their hand up to try and alert the check starter that they just need them to hold the start for a period. But it looks like they're all settled now. Check starter's flag is up and they're getting ready. We haven't got the guns up yet. We've just got the check starter flag up. So you can see them just fiddling with things, getting things ready, how they like them for the start. And they're just waiting for these quite large set to roll through before they're going to get that gun up. So we're going to have a little bit of a wait. So it gives the rowers, they'll be looking out to sea and seeing what's coming through. They'll know that they're just going to relax a little bit and just settle the nerves a little and don't waste energy sort of being in that fixed ready position. So there's still, these sets are really starting to roll through now and rock those boats around. So you can see the girls are just standing quite relaxed at the moment.
The swell is building, isn't
it? Swell, yeah, it's really building.
You can hear it from here. There's a bit of strength in that coming right off the Pacific Ocean.
Who's your tip for this race?
Oh, look, I've got a bit of a personal interest. My other half's in Lawn Edge out in lane 6, so I don't want to put the mocker on him, but yeah. I'd like to see him come through.
Do you know anything about the other crews we haven't seen race this weekend? The Tugun Breeze Peaches or the Northcliffe Crankits, Murruwai? They've been up in the northern end, have you?
Murruwai Meerkats, of course, was the New Zealand representative crew. That's their national crew. And they did get beaten 3-zip yesterday, but they put a really good show up against Australia, which was Elouera. The Warriewood Waheens have been around all year. They're putting up good performances. Of course, North Cronulla Bluey there. Bluey always turns out good crews, and I think they've had some pretty good results this weekend. Northcliffe Crankits there reformed. Good to see. I think they had a little bit of a couple of rowers who've come from Kurrawa in the past. They were
they're off
a few years back.
All right, so they're making their way out now. We've got to start in the open female quarterfinal heat 1. Looks like everyone's got off. Oh, those New Zealand crew there, the Murruwai Meerkats, they're using Elouera's boat. They've just been snotted there on the bank.
Okay.
And we've got some swells building here, so it's going to be interesting to see how these crews negotiate. There's the Murruwai. Oh.
Yeah, the Meerkats again. They're copping it at the moment, and they're out in 6 by 3 or 4 boat lengths. Oh, they've got their work cut out for them if they want to make it through to the next round. Lawn out in alley 6 looking okay. They're going to sneak over the shoulder of this one. Then in alley 2, North Cronulla.
Look at that back shoot there from the Meerkats. That is just heartbreaking.
Oh no, that is heartbreaking for the girls all the way from New Zealand. And they've copped a couple of rogue Aussie waves.
Oh, that is just unfortunate. They've lost their sweep oar. They've got a boat full of water and a boat full of sand. They're going to try and regroup things by the looks of it and get back out. Bluey's crew, they have just stormed away. They've got a good boat length there on the other crews as they head out past the gate cans.
Yeah, they do. And as you can see, it's North Cronulla Blueys and then Northcliffe Crankits. And then you've got to say it's Lawn Edge up there at the top of screen. Now, bottom of screen, Warriewood Waheens. Let's see how they handle this stretch from the gate cans out to the turning can. They're really going to have to put their foot on it here if they want to lock themselves into that top 4. The Tugun Bruised Peaches at the moment are a little bit bruised after a couple of waves. We've got Lawn on screen. Nice rhythm from the girls. You can see them, nice sharp catches there.
Good length.
Really good length. Nice calm in the boat. Jeff there just pulling it around. to line them up for a slightly quicker can turn. Okay, out of the cans we've got North Cronulla. They're about 2 lengths ahead. Then you go to Northcliffe Crankets and Lorne have just turned ahead of the Warriewood Waheens. That's your top 4.
It looks like they may get down this one.
So that, I think you can see them up the rating there.
This is
really
going to give them
flicking that.
Sitting comfortably there on that wave. He hasn't called them into the trail yet. He's just leaving them in their seats. Girls will just feather their blades off a little and then take it on. It's quite tricky taking it on when you're going that fast, isn't it?
Oh, and he has called for the trail there. Steeper section in the wave. Well done.
That's fantastic.
Well done from Bluey there. That's fantastic sweeping. Behind that, oh wow, that is the Northcliffe Crankets, I believe, coming down that wave now. Oh, and Lorne in the far alley, and then of course the Warriewood Waheens as well. It's a party wave. Spread out right across the beach. Oh, Lorne has flicked sideways. The sweep's gone for a bit of a swim, but they're across, they're home and hosed and through to the semi-final.
Looks like the Chugan Bruise Peaches just bringing up the rear of that field there. So a good first open female quarterfinal there. Some good strong crews and good results. I'm going to go through that second heat now of the women's quarterfinal.
Okay, we've got Torquay Lightning in Alley 1, Palm Beach Patriots in Alley 2, Maroochydore Force in Alley 3, Elouera Wilco, the Australian national representatives in Alley 4 on their home beach as well, McMaster's Beach Cazadors in Alley 5 and Palm Beach Pumas in Alley 6.
This is a hot heat, isn't it?
Oh, this is a hot heat, absolutely. We've got the New South Wales representatives, we've got the Australian representatives, we've got, who else there? McMaster's Beach have snuck in, well done. Torquay Lightning was second in the Victorian cruise. We're going to go down to the beach, we've got Nick down there with the North Cronulla girls.
Alrighty, we're down here with the North Cronulla girls. How was that, girls? Nice wave to come all the way in there.
Yeah, it's actually much better than yesterday. We only just scraped through to today, so we're really good. We had a clean run out and got a wave home, so we're happy through to the next round.
Yeah, great win. So you guys are through to the last 8 now of the ASRL Open. What's the preparation going into that semi-final there?
So now we'll just go back to the tent, hydrate, get some food into us, and just try and relax.
Nice, girls. Well, congratulations. Nice job. Now rest up and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Top, thank you very much. A bit of a change in the commentary drops. Just turn my radio off. It's like the Channel 9 Wild World of Sports cricket team here. We're just changing around every half an hour. It's good to see Rod Costa to your left, Drew Howe to the right. We're moving into one of the hottest heats, I think, of the day.
Yeah, Heat 2 Open women, and Torquay Lightning taking up position number 1. Palm Beach Patriots, the Ocean Thunder champions in 2. Maroochydore Force, the Queensland champions. Elouera Wilco, the Australian representative team. McMaster's Beach can hold their own against all of these, don't worry about that. And the Palm Beach Pumas, it's going to be an absolute cracker, Aaron.
Yeah, we're seeing the strength of the Palm Beach Club here. Two open female crews in the one quarter final. We'll see if they can get 2 through to the semi.
Currently focusing on screen there with Maroochydore. That'll be the Force there with Michael Brooks as a sweep. They've had a remarkable run the last couple of years, Maroochydore, especially Brooks is really gone into the next level with his sweeping, and as you can see there, great shot of the Maroochydore Force there, waiting there in alley number 3.
Well, of course, your father there in alley number 1, Torquay Lightning, and then have a great venture here up at Elouera, and we're down to the final 8 crews here in open women's racing. Sorry, the final 12, 8 will go through. So we'll take 4 from this race. We've got 4 from the race before, and that'll be our semis. So all important time now for the open women.
Of course, Torquay Lightning on screen there, 2 years.
And Drew, we're just talking about things like the drone shots and all this amazing footage we have. How amazing is it, the support from the ASRL to get this gear?
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. I mean, the drone footage particularly, it really takes the sport to the next level, which is what's required now. You see in AFL and cricket, you've got the spider cam. That's our version of it, and it really enables a close action shot. And certainly when you go out past the breakers, often you can't see what's going on out there, but of course the drone up and close and personal.
Absolutely, and of course Rod Costa, we had you were multitasking yesterday. You were up here, you were the check starter, you were the holding the towels for Torquay. Great to see your involvement, mate. And all the officials here, it's great to see them here too.
Yeah, I had a bit of go at check starting yesterday. I call it down on the coalface, and it was great to get down with the rowers, and they were absolutely fantastic. An absolute credit to all the rowers that are here. Their marshalling was absolutely superb. They were there and ready to go even before I whistled them up, and I really enjoyed my day.
Good on you. We're just a bit of a delay here. We are in the position for racing. We're just waiting. There's a couple of decent waves coming through on screen there. McMaster's Beach there. The Cazadors. So how do we determine how they came with that one? I'm stumped.
It's possibly a mixture of up there Kazali and a Commodore.
Torquay Lightning, Palm Beach Patriots, Maroochydore Force. Great drone shot there. Bottom of screens, Torquay. And I have a feeling the gun is almost up. The gun is up.
Well, the check starter's happy, Aaron, but the starter's not quite happy as yet. He's having a really good look at this, and as soon as the revolving light goes on, we know the starters are not too far away from a start. So the crew's probably just relaxing a little bit now, trying to keep their boat straight into the surf, keep their boat nice and dry, and just ready now for that revolving light to go on and hooter to start.
Oh, you can see there, the crews will go from Palm Beach just on screen there, being dragged back a little bit by that wave. They'll go from literally just sitting on sand to when a wave comes through, maybe 2 feet deep in water. Really tough for the girls to hold the boat still here. And another thing is, we've spoken about it before in the coverage, you don't want to drop too much energy at this point of the race. You can really, with the nerves being up and having to fight the surf here, you can get in the boat and be exhausted before you've already started.
Yeah, that's really how some of these young crews, I talked about the under-19 female, they do a fantastic job even to just get in the boat. But you can see the open women here, you can see the crew on screen just straightening up their boat and waiting. And now the revolving light is on and we're looking for a start. So you can see the crews crouching down now, the sweep's calling, guns in the air, and away they go.
Here we go, focusing on Torquay Lightning on your screen there. Scott Tunnell as a sweep. We're away. Torquay Lightning, Palm Beach Patriots, Maroochydore, Elouera, McMaster's Beach, and Palm Beach Pumas there on alley number 6. Focusing there, Torquay's got a bit of a double up here. You can see they're going to get this one here, Drew. They're going to get hit hard.
Yeah, bang, there we go. Oh, they've absolutely copped a boatload of water. Oh, they've lost. Oh, no, that's unfortunate
heartbreaking
for
there.
The girls. Heartbreaking.
Well, that's my club, and ta-da for them. That's the end of the series for them. And look, they're all up, the whole 5 of them, and they're fine. So that's the main thing. Nobody's got hurt. But, gee, that was exciting. How good was that?
Well, I don't know about how good it was, mate. Not if you're in the boat.
How good to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back here at the top. We are
Spectacular
Elouera Wilco, a couple of lengths in front there at the moment in alley number 4. From the top of screen is Palm Beach Pumas and McMasters. So it's pretty even at the moment, and now Torquay are out of this one. I don't think they'll set themselves up again. Heartbreaking for them, as you can see on screen there. The way that racing works here, there's a certain time limit, that it's an 8-minute time limit. So they may set themselves up again, just for the hope that somebody else rolls over, but making their way out to sea now, Rod Costa.
Yes, well, that's the crew in the centre of the field, Aaron, and it's the Elouera Wilco. Now, they were the Australian representative team, and they're on their home beach, and I'm sure all the locals here, I know all the ladies are inside, will be absolutely loving seeing their favourite girls at the front of the field here in this open female heat number 2.
So 4 are going to go through here, Drew, as they're making the way out to the cans now. You can see 2 or 3 length lead for Elouera.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Now, look, a lot of experience in these boats as well from the rowers and the sweeps. Grant Wilkinson there sweeping the Elouera crew on his home beach, as you said, Rod. He's calling them into the turn. Well done, they're around. Now, you can see there's a few swell lines developing. Probably not as much as we were expecting from this weekend with the cyclone offshore, but certainly creating a bit of havoc on shore. Okay, they're away there, Elouera Wilco. Now you've got the Palm Beach Pumas at the top of screen as well, really making a good shot of this. Palm Beach Patriots, who are the New South Wales representative team and Ocean Thunder champions in Alley 2, look like they're a little bit behind here. They've got a bit of work to do. Okay.
Yeah, making their way into the wave zone now. Rod Costa, you can see, not in screen, but Torquay are going out, so they're going to have the hope that a boat rolls, but we're moving into the wave zone now. Great drone shot.
Yeah, it is a fantastic drone shot, and you can see, you just see Torquay on the left-hand side there. They've regrouped, so they're all fine, and they're going to make their way out and around and try and get in, and they're just sort of maybe hoping that a couple of crews will go down and they can sneak through for a fourth. Now here's the waves. Here's the waves now, and it's Elouera Wilco in the centre, and the Palm Beach crew swept by Peter Spence
Pete's in the other one.
Pete's in the other. It's a Patriot.
The Palm Beach
that's not
Pumas.
Spencey.
No, Palm Beach Pumas have broached, so now they've lost their sweep, and that's going to give Torquay a little bit of hope, but they've still got the 4 rows in. Elouera Wilco, Grant Wilkinson once again, Drew, has held a beautiful wave, and out the back we got some action.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Another wave forming out the back. Oh, there we go. I think that's the Palm Beach Patriots and Maroochydore Force next to them, coming down on a wave. This is for second and third at the moment. By the looks of it, the Pumas are all out. I think their race is done. And McMaster's Beach potentially grabbing the 4th spot here. A little wave coming behind them. You can see that top of screen. Oh, and they've gone sideways as well.
So they're out of action. What this means that Torquay have gone out, and Torquay are turning another way in. So all they got to do is those that are in close have to have contact with 3 people. Bradbury's just launching himself at the back.
So you can see McMaster's Beach there. Now they need to cross the finish line. They need 3 people, and we call it 3 pieces of wood. So that's either 2 oars and a sweep oar or 3 oars. Plus they must be in control of their boat. And I think they're doing pretty well actually. Now Torquay just coming into the wave area. Now they wouldn't have a clue what's going on here, but I think it's really all over for them, Aaron.
Yeah, unfortunately, exciting stuff here at the ASRL Open. And that was, we will get confirmation results shortly, quarterfinal number 2, 4 were going through, and that's Scotty T with the Torquay crew. We're going to cross down now to Edwina Wright with Peter Spence and the Palm Beach girls.
Alrighty, guys from Palm Beach, how'd you go? Spencer, that was an amazing wave you just held. What were you thinking?
Well, we needed it because we got hit at the start, so we're back in 5th. So girls rode through and rode up to 4th, and we just wanted to beat a couple home. So yeah, we had to take that wave. It was I lost it just at the top of it and had to pull it back, and I dipped, and the boat girls fell, and we nearly rolled it, but we got it back.
Oh yeah, you held that brilliantly, and the girls. Oh, I was just like, please keep it centered, please. Yeah. Whoa. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good. There was a bit of push and shove then when we started to dip. We were all like pulling each other back into the centre, but it's a bit of fun out there, practicing the skills, and lucky we have this one steering us, so it's great.
Yeah, just one race at a time today,
You're just collecting your eggs and you're just going to get through it, aren't you? One race at a time.
Race, so.
Yep, no, that's
we're happy
fantastic.
to be in the next round, so thanks very much.
That's all right, thank you.
Thank you very much. We're back here at the top of the hill. Exciting stuff, Drew. Did we get an official result from that one?
Not yet, as we're still waiting what's happened there. It's a tentative 4th place for McMaster's Beach at the moment.
I think it was McMaster's. And if you do want to find the results at home, all you have to do is check the ASRL app on your mobile phone now. Frankie Veltman's giving us lip. He's just a heckler, aren't you? Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? We'll get you in here shortly. Welcome everybody to those just jumping in the live stream. The Open Male quarterfinals. Here we go. Moving into the water. We've got Lawn 31, Mona Vale Rocks, North Cronulla Purds, North Bondi, Wapanui, Avoca J Crew, and of course the one and only Bulli Jalcon.
Bulli, the current Australian champions, seeing we missed last year's Aussie titles.
Yep.
And just have been a form crew.
Well, I was undefeated at Aussies last year.
Well, so was I.
Yeah.
And obviously, look, they've been a force to be reckoned with in open male surfboat rowing for the last 4 or 5 years.
Rod Costa, North Cronulla Purds, of course, Adam Purdy there as a sweep, another recognisable name in Australian surfboat rowing.
Oh, absolutely. Look, and the North Cronulla Club, I said earlier, 28 crews or something they've got, and they're all very good crews. North Cronulla Purds, yeah, they're one to watch.
North Bondi too. They've been showing some form.
Bondi's got an ex-Olympian in their crew.
Yep.
From the most recent games, so that's a pretty handy pickup for them.
And I thought Torquay Lightning had an ex-Olympian, Stephen Bradbury, in there as well just before, but it just didn't quite pay off, did it?
That's right.
Lawn 31's, mate.
Lawn 31, of course, have been delivering quality for years now.
I'll tell you what, though, just on Lawn, I know we're not going to rave too much, but they haven't been dominating, but they've just been consistent all day. They've always been around, you know, that second or third mark, and just that's all you got to do.
They've got a really strong boat program. We have got a very strong boat program down at Lawn. there's a lot of guys coming through, even a lot of sweeps coming through. Jeff Matthews is a great mentor. He's been a very experienced rower and sweep. There they are. They're on shot now. We've got the boys in there. And you're right, they've been putting up really solid performances. They had a second in Manly. They went up to the Australian representative trials and did okay there as well. And mate, there's certainly a shot here. Yeah, I think anyone is.
Yeah, Monavale Rocks with Australian team representatives. It wasn't that crew formation, but there's another obviously strong club in surf boat rowing, and Avoca as well. So we've got some pretty prolific club names here in this one.